In the shadows of New York City, one family controls the streets with fear, loyalty, and ruthless precision. Every favor has a price, every promise a consequence, and a single misstep can be deadly. Welcome to the Corleone family, where ambition collides with love and betrayal is only a heartbeat away. Over the next 10 minutes, we'll unravel the epic saga of Don Vito, Michael, Sonny, and the rest of the family. Every secret, every murder, every shocking twist. Prepare to enter a world where loyalty is tested and power comes at the ultimate cost. The wedding that started it all. The story begins with a lavish wedding. Don Vito Corleone, the legendary Godfather, listens to favors from friends and associates. Every Sicilian knows a request made on a wedding day cannot be refused. Among the guests is Johnny Fontaine, Don Vito's godson and a fading Hollywood star. Desperate for a career boost, he asks Don Vito to secure him a movie role. The studio head, Jack Woltz, refuses. That night, Woltz wakes to find the severed head of his prized horse in his bed. Terrified, he immediately gives Fontaine the role. Lesson 1. In the world of the Corleone family, power is absolute and refusal is fatal. Meanwhile, Michael Corleone, Don Vito's youngest son and a decorated Wii hero, swears to his girlfriend Kay Adams that he will stay away from the family business. But fate has other plans. A threat emerges. Trouble is never far from the Corleones. Drug lord Salazzo, backed by the Tattaglia family, proposes a dangerous partnership. Don Vito refuses, knowing drugs could compromise his political influence. To protect his family, Don Vito sends Luca Brasi, his most loyal enforcer, to infiltrate Salazzo's circle. But Brasi is killed. This is the spark that ignites a violent war. Soon after, Don Vito himself is ambushed, leaving Sonny, the hot-headed eldest son, to lead the family. Michael steps in. Michael's transformation begins when he saves his father at the hospital, disguising himself as a guard. Later, during a tense dinner, Michael pulls a hidden gun and kills Salazzo and corrupt police officer Captain McCluskey. This single act marks the point of no return. Michael is no longer just a reluctant son, he's stepping fully into the world of crime. Fleeing to Sicily to avoid arrest, Michael finds love and marries Apollonia Vitelli, but tragedy follows. She is killed by a car bomb meant for Michael, a brutal reminder that in this world, danger is everywhere. Sonny's downfall. Sonny Corleone, fiery and impulsive, confronts Carlo Rizzi, who abuses Sonny's sister Connie. Despite warnings, Carlo beats Connie again, prompting Sonny to rush unprotected toward him. At a toll booth ambush, Sonny is gunned down. The Corleone family feels the devastating impact of reckless emotion in a world ruled by strategy and violence. Don Vito recovers from his injuries and begins orchestrating a strategy to consolidate power and end the war with rival families. The rise of Michael. Michael returns to New York and begins asserting his authority. In The Godfather Part 2, he expands the family's empire to Las Vegas. He confronts Mo Green, a casino mogul, demanding control over Green's casino. Green refuses, underestimating Michael's ruthlessness, and pays the ultimate price. Michael's internal challenge is no less dangerous. Fredo, his older brother, is weak and easily manipulated. Michael learns the harsh lesson that family loyalty can be fragile and that survival requires calculated cruelty. The baptism of blood. Michael orchestrates one of the most famous sequences in cinematic history. While standing as Godfather at his nephew's baptism, Michael simultaneously executes the heads of all rival families. Don Strachey, Mo Green, Don Caneo, Don Tattaglia, and Don Barzini all are eliminated. Tessio, who betrayed Michael, also meets his end. Even Carlo, responsible for Sonny's death, is executed after confessing. The sequence demonstrates Michael's unmatched strategic mind, every threat neutralized while appearing outwardly respectable. By the end, Michael is the undisputed Don, but at great personal cost. Power comes at a price. Michael has achieved absolute power, but the price is isolation. Kay, his wife, struggles to reconcile the man she married with the ruthless Don Corleone her family fears. Michael's empire is secure, but his soul bears the scars of betrayal, murder, and unrelenting responsibility. The saga highlights a central truth. In the mafia world, loyalty is conditional, and trust is fleeting. Michael learns that maintaining control often means destroying anyone, even family, who could threaten his authority. love, loss, and family bonds. The Godfather is more than crime, it's a human story of love and loss. Michael's relationships with Kay and Apollonia, Sonny's devotion to Connie, and Don Vito's guidance reveal the emotional cost of power. Every choice has consequences. Apollonia dies, Sonny is murdered, Connie must live with betrayal, and Kay witnesses Michael's transformation into a man capable of cold-blooded calculation. Through it all, family ties remain central. Michael may be feared, but his identity is inseparable from the Corleone bloodline. Loyalty, love, and vengeance intertwine to define every character's path. Redemption and Legacy: The Godfather Part 3 focuses on Michael's attempts to legitimize the family business. Older, wiser, and guilt-ridden, he struggles to reconcile his past with a desire for legitimacy, but the sins of his past follow him relentlessly. Betrayals continue, and new challengers emerge, testing Michael's authority and his quest for redemption. The trilogy ends with Michael reflecting on his legacy. He has power, wealth, and control, but he is morally and emotionally scarred. The Godfather is a story of ambition, consequences, and the fragile balance between family and power. Why The Godfather remains a classic. Why has The Godfather endured for generations? It's the perfect blend of storytelling, suspense, and character depth. Don Vito Corleone embodies authority and wisdom. Michael Corleone evolves into a tragic figure whose ambition isolates him. Violence, strategy, and family loyalty intertwine seamlessly. From the wedding that sets the stage to the epic baptism of blood to Michael's rise and isolation, the trilogy explores timeless themes: loyalty, betrayal, ambition, and the cost of power. It's not just a crime saga, it's a meditation on human nature and the devastating consequences of choices made in pursuit of legacy. A tale of power and consequence. From Don Vito's calculated authority to Michael's ruthless ascent, the Godfather trilogy is a masterclass in storytelling. It's a world where every decision has consequences, every ally could be a traitor, and every act of power comes with a price. The saga leaves us with a clear message: in the pursuit of power, there are no guarantees. Every victory comes at a cost. Every family secret carries weight, and the line between hero and villain is razor thin. The Godfather is not just a story, it's a cautionary tale, a portrait of ambition, and an unforgettable journey into the heart of human nature.